Thank you very much. Could you just say something about my work? It's just I really appreciate your presence here,
Yeah.
and I would love to to hear from you about my artistic journey, especially some of my representation which are connected with architecture
Yeah.
and some philosophies which is connected with urban.
Yeah, you know what really fascinates me about your art and the way you express your ideas into these artistic forms is they are too much, somehow I would say, original and so much connected to the daily life of the people, including all the art forms you want to compose on your canvas and also the materiality you prefer to use as an expression is so much related to the daily life of the majority of the people, especially who are living on the rural landscape, which I would say covers 80% of our population. Like the majority of the people are still living in the rural landscape. They still use very basic tools and they are like linked to very natural kinds of day-to-day life experience. And I would say your art is laying its foundation on this wisdom of the people and try to elevate it into more professional and like a new form of art that could be read by any individuals from different contexts. Like a foreigner could easily associate to your art because of your expression of color or any art elements. And for us, the locals, we can even really associate to every piece of art and ideas because you use so much, like people might consider very elementary kinds of tools or day-to-day life, and you try to compose all those things to transmit very bold statements, like as you have said, that might be related to the urbanity, which is a very serious topic in the current globalization trend. A lot of people are moving from the rural landscape into urban form, and there is a huge struggle in nations like sub-Saharan nations like Addis Ababa, where you would find lots of people from the rural context directly joining the urban form, and you can see those chaos and struggle between the people and possibly created urban form. And I can see also those struggle in your art elements. You are trying to put a very civilized kinds of representation of the nation with a very traditional rural landscape of material, and you are putting those into a certain somehow in some of your artists are like challenging in a way each other, and you can read a certain message of our daily life struggling to cope up with the upcoming pressure of globalization and modernity. And in some of context you can see like they are very much blended together and like having a very beautiful kinds of message and scenery in some of your painting, and most of your paintings are also triggering hope in all of this dramatically sophisticated kinds of urban reality or reality of how people struggling in the context of Ethiopia. But like you can see all those elements that might be considered that cannot stand together, but in your painting I would see they are blending and transmitting one message, living together, and I would say that are really the representation of our reality and our context. You can see it in Addis or in any of the bigger cities in the current context.
Thank you very much.